Hello everyone, this is Men's here. I'm playing the Tier 10 American Heavy Tank, the T110E5. This isn't exactly my favorite map, but I'm going to try to do my best. I usually don't do too well on this one. But the T110E5, a lot of people like it since it's good at basically everything, and it's not really bad in any one aspect. So it really allows you to kind of do a lot of different roles. Now I'm going to head up the 1 line, only because I'm not fast enough to dart up the 2 and 3 line into B3 like medium tanks. And hopefully we do have a couple mediums that go there to stop them from pushing over into B2 quick. Now I do have to be careful about that E100TD, only because he can pretty much erase me in under 10 seconds. The other tier 10s and tanks I'm not too concerned about, only because I have a little bit more give if I encounter one head to head. Now I want to get back up here just because I'll spot it. I don't want to pop out and get shot pretty quickly. Now for this map you really want to gain the upper hand on either side. For this side you want to gain the 3 line, for the other side you want to gain the 1 or 2 line. And because if you don't really get either of them, it's pretty hard to defend. Now, I'm just going to stay here only because if I push up where that FV is, they can have decent shots on us. With the E5 it really pays to kind of side scrape, just stick your side out a little bit and keep your frontal armor in. It'll let you soak up a lot more damage than you normally would be able to. Let's just see if IS-7 is going to push back. That would be nice. Basically, you just want to move back to where your turret's sticking out, but not a lot of your actual tank is. He hit me in a pretty good spot there, but usually you won't take any damage. Now, it looks like our south is not doing pretty well, so I'm actually going to start moving up more so than I would like to. But we're starting to bleed tanks and somebody needs to do something, or else we're going to not really last too much longer. It's like, in reality, those tanks in the 2 line back there should move up and help us, or help the south, but it doesn't seem like they are wanting to do that for whatever reason. And that was a pretty bad shot on my part, which the object's probably gonna die now. But there we go. Saved them with that last shot. And I get to see if I can't get the next shot off before he gets back into cover.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
I know that there's that E75 in the middle. If I see him, I'm gonna get him, but I would much rather kind of flank them and put a little bit of pressure on the south. And of course I'm running into that tank. So I'm actually gonna drop down here. I don't want to face him, only because I know I will lose. So I'm just gonna run away and make my way back to the middle. Woo! That was stupid on my part. I went a little bit too quick down that slope. But not the end of the world. I just want to reposition to the south, only because that E100 TD is sitting up there waiting for me still. So I should be able to scoot by. Okay, so, oh crap, that scared me a little bit. It came out of nowhere.
Penetration.
But it would be very nice if we get this E75 out. But yeah, that mistake going down that hill a little bit too fast was a huge oversight. I didn't really see that last drop off. So I'm just gonna let them move up a little bit. See if I can stay alive. Now something with the E5 is, since it does have really low armor on the side and back and the roof as well, you don't really want to get hit by artillery. I was lucky that he missed me. Okay, I should be able to get over to this next spot over here. Yeah, it looks like I did hit him. I thought I would have bounced off his turret, but I didn't. Shit, who spotted me now? Now, I could have sat up in the north, and yeah, I wouldn't have lost my HP going off the cliff, but going toe-to-toe with that TD alone would not have been a very smart idea for me. I would have died fairly quickly.
Everyone get out. Приборы наблюдения разбиты. Видимость снижена.
Now our team did a pretty good job working together. I thought the South would have folded, but they kind of regrouped and ended up winning this match for us. Yeah, it was a pretty decent game. I got second amount of damage at 30, right under 3,400, and I soaked up a little bit of damage, even though I caused most of it, and I spotted a little bit more. Now, as you see here with the E5, You do 400 average damage, which is lower than a lot of the tank destroyers, and overall your gun's nothing special, but it doesn't really have any major downsides, which is good. But at the same time, when you come up against a TD that can take around half your HP off in one shot, it does become a little bit troublesome. Armor-wise, that 254, it's pretty strong in the front. You can find a full weak spot guide on my website, wotguru.com. But overall, your weakest part of your frontal armor is right near these clips, and even this bottom half is weak to most tier 9 and up tanks. And overall, your cupola is fairly strong, but most people can go through it if they hit it on the unangled parts. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, so we'll be right back after this, and I'm going to do one more battle. Alright, so I'm going to hop into another battle and see how this goes. Hopefully I get a little bit different map makeup. With Windstrom, I'm not really familiar with this map, but at least it's a little bit different and more city-like. Now, I'm actually gonna go into this city only because there's 3 artillery. I don't exactly want to go up into the north and worry about being hit by arty multiple times or being stuck behind a rock. And the T110E5 does have very good gun depression, which means that you can fight on hilly terrain up there fairly easily, but at the same time, on most hills, especially with a lot of the rework maps, you actually will show a little bit of that lower glacis where you have weak armor when you point out to shoot somebody, unless if it's a small hill or a hill that's not very steep. Now I'm gonna set up over, actually I'm gonna try to set up on this corner first. And then I'm gonna peek out, see if I can't get a quick shot off on people moving through the tank. Kinda wary about crossing here, but I'm gonna give it a go. Sometimes there's people sitting right over on that opposite corner that can shoot you. And of course, once I move, there's somebody at that corner I was just aiming at. That IS-4 definitely went a little bit too far, and he doesn't really have any cover to hide behind now. And let's see if he moves out.
Enemy armor is hit.
Now I'm gonna load HE for this guy.
Enemy is hit.
One more HE round and I should break at least something on him, but it looks like he's moving back. So I'll swap back the EP for the mouse.
Penetration.
Whenever you encounter that E100 TD there, you want to swap over to HE. It really helps out.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a lucky break there and set him on fire. Doesn't look like he has a fire extinguisher either.
We didn't even scratch them.
And I probably should have shot at his turret. Those turret cheeks are fairly weak. Let's see if I can't knock him out.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
And when aiming at the mouse's side, you want to aim further up on it. You don't want to aim towards the bottom because there's 3 layers of space armor, including the tracks.
We didn't even scratch them.
But I am using heat just because it's very thick, and more likely than not, AP wouldn't have went through there from this range.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Now I'm in a little bit of trouble here with all these tanks heading my way, but luckily they're at their flag. Now going around a corner like that isn't very good as an E5, only because you're exposing your weakest armor before your gun actually comes around. But I was fairly confident that that E75 wouldn't be able to hit me first. But you just mainly want to fight people like how I've been fighting them. Just keep your front into cover and then kind of poke out, attack them. But we're doing pretty well, so I have enough HP I can just come out and attack this guy without worrying too much. I'm just gonna... I could probably get this next shot off. But overall, this is pretty well played. Somebody said in the beginning that they didn't have any mediums, and they attacked up into the north pretty hard, and that really let us be able to flank them fairly easily. But as you see here, I didn't really take any damage at all just because I kept my front to the buildings and just slowly brought my sides out to keep myself protected. But overall, fairly easy and straightforward game. We only lost 3 tanks to their 15. And let's see how I did. Yeah, did the most amount of damage, right around 5,200. And I didn't really soak up much damage. I thought I took a few more shots, but I guess I didn't. But overall, pretty good game. But anyway, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also check out my website, wotguru.com. And I hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching.